In today's episode, we reveal our car and the team name. Piet explains the journey of searching for a car along with a car walkaround at the end. So without further delay, let's jump into it.
Hello everybody, welcome back to our channel. I guess in this first episode I promised that we will say something more about the hunt for a car. So yes, I think that is what this episode is going to be about. But before I do that, I just need to quickly give some information about the bull run. The bull run also asks that every team shall have a theme as well as a team name. So, but in our case, we have also given the car a name. So we have decided to use the children's fantasy movie Racing Stripes. You might remember that from back in 2005, I think.
2006.
2006, around there. Nonetheless, that was the name that we have chosen for our team, and the car's name is going to be Streep Donkey, and if that is directly translated into English, it means striped donkey. So as I've told Reino, in the 42 years since this car was made, I guess a lot of its donkeys got lost in the meantime, but yes, we will make the best out of it. Not that there were many donkeys to start off with, but nonetheless. So let's dive into it. This was quite an exciting journey, and I guess it was all inspired by my youth. Back in the day, there were some really exciting little cars, which I really longed to own, but unfortunately I was too poor, I couldn't afford them. And the cars that jump to mind is the Nissan Exa Turbo and the Nissan Langley Turbo, and the Mark 1 Golf GTI, and the Tredia Turbo, and then there was the Ford Sierras and the Ford Cortina XR6s, and there were some juicy ones as well. In the Nissan category, there was a Nissan Skyline GTX, which I particularly loved, with a 2.8 litre engine. So, and in my mind, that would have worked perfectly with a rear wheel drive and all the sideways action. I thought that would be a very nice car. But as things worked out, those cars became very rare, and unfortunately the prices escalated with that. You wouldn't believe how difficult it was to find a car that is more than 40 years old within the price range that was specified by the organizers.
And that's still working and has a functioning radiator to keep the engine cool.
Correct. And so, yeah, like I've mentioned, it was a very difficult but very exciting journey to hunt a car down. So, to start off with, a car that immediately caught my attention was one of my hot favorites. The 1984, I think they were launched in 1984. It was a Toyota Avante GLI twin cam. There were three variants of them. There was the Sprinter, the one with a boot, and then there was the hatch with a slant hatch, if I can say that. That was the Avante, that was my favorite. And then there was the Conquest, the one with the short back end. So I was terribly excited to find this, and on the pictures it looked so beautiful. And and it was in Johannesburg. And so we took the Gautrain and we rushed there to see this gem of a Avante GLI twin cam, and I thought that, you know what, this is a dream come true for me. But nonetheless, my dreams were shattered badly when we got there, and that thing were in several accidents. That thing was just so bad. It was just so bad. Unbelievably bad. So, dreams shattered right there. And without going into too many details, I had the same story with a Golf Mark 1 GTI as well. Very bad. You cannot believe the rubbish that is out there for sale. Unbelievable. The other thing is the more desirable cars tends to become too expensive. You will remember in the first episode I've mentioned that the car needs to be a total, the maximum of the total of the costs, including the purchase price to fix it up, and all the other costs, the licensing and the registration needs to be below 50,000. So they tend to become too expensive. So yes, and then I saw a few Skylines, and the one Skyline was available in Bella Bella, but it wasn't the GTX, it was the normal 1.8 litre, but I thought, you know what, those legendary inline fours will make a very, very nice toy, you know, and being rear wheel drive, I thought that this will be an excellent bull run machine. So, and when I spoke to the owner on the phone, he told me that this particular car is a one-owner vehicle. It belonged to his dad, and that the car had a full service history with Nissan. And I thought, wow, this is a car. And I was full of excitement, and off we went. But once again, when we got there, it was in a terrible condition. And as soon as he opened the bonnet, I could see that there were some bits and bobs in there that doesn't belong on a car. It looked more suitable for a vacuum cleaner or something, I don't know. Especially the radiator, they fabricated some weird and wonderful brackets there, and the fan wasn't even, they did not even bother to use cable ties. They used normal wire twisted with a plier to keep the thing hanging in suspension in the middle of nowhere. Horrific. The other Skyline that I looked at was so badly rusted that they covered it up with fiberglass. Unbelievable. So, and then I stumbled across this little gem that we have bought, called the Streep Donkey. And so this was a Volkswagen Passat GLX. Unfortunately, GLS. Unfortunately, it's not one of my favorites. The GLX-5 with a 5-cylinder, that was one of my dream cars. And that was later replaced by the CLI Passat, the one with the fuel injection. So, but that were later models. So, but this one wasn't a GLX-5, or isn't the GLX-5. It's a normal 1600 GLS, but I think we've got a car. We've got a car. So this car was a little bit of a barn find. It was standing for very long. So here's an insert of what the car looked like when I saw it at first.
Okay, this is the 84 Volkswagen Passat that I've just bought, and it's a bit of a barn find, and it is a bit rough around the edges, but I'm going to fix it up. This is the inside. Let's see. I think it's probably locked. But yeah, this is what it looks like. Okay, this is my Bull Run project car. It is a 1984 Passat GLS. It's a 1600. Okay, it's in rough shape, very rough shape. You can see there's a lot of rust over here, and probably everywhere. And so the suspension needs some attention, so we're going to do that today. And there's a new lights along, and some shock tower rubbers, and so this is what the engine looks like. She's nice and cold now. She's standard, and yeah, you can see she's shaking a lot because she's nice and cold now. Put a new battery, so, and yeah, put some Jetta wheels on there. They are the old ones. So yeah, she's rough, but we're going to fix her up nicely. So yeah, there's some more rust over there, and yeah, it's going to be a nice project inside. Let me just show inside, because inside there's a lot to do. You can see lots of cracks on the dash, but those things are cosmetic. We're not going to focus on that for now. Okay, that door is locked, but you can see the rubbers are very much broken, and there are many broken things in here. You can see the doors rattling away. But we'll fix everything up. So this is my project car. This is the sump area. Remarkably dry. I thought that there is something wet there, but there's nothing. The gearbox, I don't know. I don't see any oil leaks at all. Looks pretty good.